The Octagon Lodge, by Alex Raponi. Disclaimer. In the ethereal realm of fiction, where imagination reigns supreme and reality is but a distant echo, I weave a tapestry of words to spin a tale both captivating and surreal. Within these pages, any resemblance to actual persons or occurrences is merely the whimsy of happenstance, a dance of words and meanings that converge in the infinite labyrinth of the mind. Let it be known, dear readers, that the author stands as a beacon of vitality, untouched by the shadows that may lurk within the recesses of mortal existence. A paragon of both physical prowess and mental fortitude, I march forth unscathed by the afflictions that plague lesser souls. However, should fate cast its capricious gaze upon me, and should I find myself departing this mortal coil ere my 81st year, let it be etched in the annals of history that I was not a victim of chance or happenstance, but a martyr to truth. For in daring to expose the clandestine machinations of the enigmatic Octagon, I courted the ire of powers beyond mortal comprehension. Their designs for global hegemony, shrouded in secrecy and veiled in deception, were laid bare by the ink of my pen, and thus in the twilight hours of my existence I became a sacrifice upon the altar of knowledge, a testament to the perils of revealing truths best left obscured. So continue reading, my friends, with hearts both brave and wary. For within these pages lies not only a tale of intrigue and wonder, but a warning of the dangers that lurk in the shadows, waiting to ensnare the unwary and the bold alike. Reflection. First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak because I was not Jewish. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Martin Niemöller. The Oval Office, West Wing of the White House, Washington, D.C., 8:50 p.m., Tuesday, January 23, 1961. Security meeting with the Secretary of State, the Secretary of Defense, the Chief of the CIA, and the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The President is studying a list from a report drawn from Special Agent of the FBI Cleon Skousen, marked Urgent. In his office, bathed in the sterile glow of artificial light, his brow furrowed in deep concentration, the President perused the document before him. Stamped with the seal of the FBI and marked with an urgent directive, the report from Special Agent Cleon Skousen laid bare a chilling conspiracy, one that threatened to undermine the very fabric of American society. As he read through the objectives outlined by the conspirators, a sense of foreboding gripped him, a realization of the insidious machinations at play. Each point, meticulously crafted to erode the foundations of democracy, painted a portrait of subversion and deceit, orchestrated by unseen hands that sought to manipulate the course of history itself. Objectives to be reached by the conspirators. Promote the United Nations as the only hope for humanity, the President murmured, his voice heavy with concern. The notion of a global government, armed with its own independent forces, struck at the heart of sovereignty, a dangerous proposition that threatened to usurp the autonomy of nations. Control one or both political parties, he continued, his fingers tracing the words with growing apprehension. The idea of political manipulation, of insinuating influence into the corridors of power, spoke to a deeper agenda, a nefarious scheme to subvert the democratic process from within. As he delved deeper into the document, the President's apprehension grew, each objective a dagger aimed at the heart of American values. From the infiltration of schools and media to the erosion of moral standards and the degradation of cultural institutions, the breadth of the conspiracy was staggering, a coordinated assault on the very essence of American identity. But amidst the despair, a flicker of defiance ignited within him, a resolve to confront the darkness that threatened to engulf the nation. For every nefarious plot there lay a countermeasure, a bastion of resistance against the tide of tyranny. Gripping the document with renewed determination, the President rose from his seat, his gaze fixed upon the horizon. For though the war waged on, fueled by the machinations of shadowy forces, he vowed to stand firm, to defend the ideals upon which the nation was built, and to safeguard the future of generations yet to come. President John F. Kennedy, Waldorf Astoria Hotel, New York City, April 27, 1961. The President's Speech.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it. Even today, there is little value in opposing the threat of a closed society by imitating its arbitrary restrictions. Even today, there is little value in ensuring the survival of our nation if our traditions do not survive with it. And there is very grave danger that an announced need for increased security will be seized upon by those anxious to expand its meaning to the very limits of official censorship and concealment. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. And no official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, civilian or military, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know. For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion instead of elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. It is a system which has conscripted vast human and material resources into the building of a tightly knit, highly efficient machine that combines military, diplomatic, intelligence, economic, scientific, and political operations. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its mistakes are buried, not headlined. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. No expenditure is questioned, no rumor is printed, no secret is revealed.
If you would like to acquire a physical copy of this book, please click the link provided below in the description. Thank you for listening.